What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope everyone had a wonderful day. Today we're flying the beautiful Boeing 737, man. Beautiful plane, Amazon Prime Air, man. Beautiful scenery today, as we're going to be doing a beautiful flight over to Argentina. We're actually in Argentina right now, but going to another part of Argentina. Brianna, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We got Levi. Welcome to the stream. We got Gerald Jones. We got my brother Brian in the chat. Brian, what's going on, man? Levi, welcome to the stream. We got Antonio. Welcome. Angel, welcome to the stream. Brian, interesting name there. Interesting. Rock out, what's going on, man? We missed you for the past few days, man. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've been good. We got Willie in the chat. We got Master 11. George, what's going on? Brianna, good to see you once again. Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff. Let's get this flight rolling. Here we go. Let me know what you guys did today. How was school? How was work? Rock out, let us know how school going, man. Antonio, when are you going back to school? I remember you said you're going back to school sometime soon. We got Jay Saucy in the chat. Jay Saucy, welcome back. Good to have you, man, and welcome to the stream, bro. Is that Chloe? Breaking news. Chloe says she's going to sing tonight, guys. She said she wasn't able to sing last night, but she says she's going to sing tonight. So big shout out to Chloe. Willie said, Trip the GOAT. Nah, man. Willie, you're the GOAT, man. Good to see you, bro. V1 rotate. Oh, yeah, Brian. George, I was supposed to contact you about configuring this beautiful 737, but we could probably do it another time for sure, man. But yeah, flying the 777 yesterday was pretty nice. It was pretty awesome to see how beautiful it flew and everything. But yeah, you're flying a new 757 tonight? There's a new 757, Levi? Weird. So first day back for my students. It was great today. Nice. So, Master 11, you're a teacher, right? So let us know, what do you normally do for your first day of school? Let us know. Your first day of school, normally after summer. For me, I used to like write a whole essay about what you did this summer and all that good stuff. Let me know what you guys normally do back when you go back to school. Let us know. We got my beautiful fiance in the chat, Mary. Mary said, hey, it's my flight. Yes, ma'am. This is your surprise. Big shout out to Brian. Brian won the poll for yesterday. And Brian said, you know what? Of course, I got your back, man. Give your fiance the flight. This is the flight she wanted. Absolutely beautiful scenery, man. We never done this flight before, and it's looking very nice. Absolutely beautiful. So how are you, Trip? I'm doing pretty good, Chloe. Your first day of school is tomorrow? Got you, man. So W Brian indeed. So the game is giving me some problems. What, really? That's crazy. Oh, man. Mary said, hello. Yes, I got my Lego last night. Indeed, she did. We went to Target right after and got her some Legos. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome. Brianna, it's good to see you. How you been? Hunter Murphy, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Once again, it's your first day of school. I was going over school procedures and class expectations, get to know you activities. So the basics. Got you, man. Well, looks like my fiance chose amazing route, because what I'm seeing here is beautiful. Look at the snow. I love it. Beautiful scenery indeed. Levi, you're on X-Plane? Yeah, good question. Levi, are you playing on X-Plane? But man, the scenery is indeed very nice. Hope everyone is having a good day once again. Make sure you guys smash that like button as we're going to make this left turn real quick and head back on course. Going to switch on. Autopilot is already switched on. Perfect. Say Argentina is beautiful. Mary chose well. Indeed. In the history of this channel, I don't think we ever done this flight. Ever. So big shout out to Mary once again. Antonio said my schedule got officially released now for my senior year. I'll post it in the report card channel. Part in Discord. Got you, bro. Yeah, so since we've never been to this airport, this should be interesting. She chose an airport we've never been to, and I'm looking forward to the beautiful sceneries along the way. Got you, Brian. I missed that one. So you posted a picture of the 757 in general. Let's check it out. Sheesh. All right, now Levi, I'm jealous, bro. You guys know 757 is probably the top two favorite aircrafts. There's a 777 and then the 757. And you're flying that thing now on X-Plane. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, man. George, what do you guys think about the 757? George, what do you think about the 757? Wow, Mary. He says, see different flights, not the same one as always. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, new route. So we get to see different sceneries and whatnot. So far, I'm loving what I'm seeing. This is looking beautiful. Absolutely amazing. He said, disclaimer. What was the disclaimer, George? Brian said the 757, a rocket ship. I'm telling you, bro. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I posted my senior year schedule in the report card. No more math classes. Let's go. And Tony, I still don't know how you got away from taking math classes. That is crazy. Let me see if we can find it real quick. You say you posted it in the report card. Let's see what Antonio got. Let's find it. Classes he got. He got seminar senior. Okay, good. He got a English 4, public speaking, AP Italian language and culture, social sciences, multi discipline project, and study skills. Lunch. They listed lunch as a. Oh, that's your schedule. Okay. Anatomy and physiology. Nice. I love it. I love it. This man got AP Italian. You're going to be an expert at the Italian language by the end of the school year, man. I love it. George said, I'm not a fan of the Boeing 757. What? George, come on, man. All right, let me finish the sentence. You said, I'm not a fan of the 757, but it's amazing aircraft. Performance, way ahead of its time. Configuration is amazing. All right, so you don't like it, but you do give it props. Got you. Beautiful plane, just not my favorite. But the Boeing 737 is amazing. Got you. Let me see. So, Willie said, Mary, what type of Lego did you get? Mary said, oh, I saw the message, Mary. I saw the message of Willie, sorry. So I got the new flower set that came out, like the Japanese cherry blossom, but in red. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, she saw it, and she immediately knew she wanted it. And because she landed the plane last night, all you guys gave her a 5 out of 10, even though it was a 2. I'm just kidding. It was a 5 out of 10, but yeah. So because of you guys, she got that flowers. Jay Russ, I think it's the first time I've seen you on the channel. Thank you so much for joining, bro. You said you're an Airbus fan. Well, you have a lot of great aircrafts. Oh, okay. Aircraft's nice. Awesome. So you're an Airbus fan. Awesome. I guess George and you would have a lot of arguments. George is not an Airbus fan at all. He's a Boeing all day. Let me see. Tony said I forgot most of my Italian. Mary said, no, I got that 5 because I did a good job, mister. Hey, who want to watch over that landing last night? Tell me if she did a good job. Yeah, I'm just messing, man. But yeah, she did do a good job, cough. But she said for her first time land, I did great. Actually landed on the runway. She actually did land on the runway. As Willie said, at least she did not land in somebody's house. So yeah, I think my fiance did good last night on a landing. Maybe we can watch it over and see, and you guys be the judge. This time the flowers aren't on the line, so you guys can be honest. Oh man, but yeah, man, she did great. First time ever she hopped on and she landed that plane. Pretty awesome. A lot of people can't even make it to the runway, so that was pretty good. Pretty good. Let me see. Say, Mary, you did a good job. Shout out to you, Willie. Willie's a great supporter of Mary. I love it. We got Deja in the chat. Good to see you. He said, land Embraer. That's a great starter plane. That's true, Brian. The Embraer is a great starter plane indeed. So maybe next time we can have her land that plane. The 767. She did a good job with the 767 too. I'm not gonna lie. She did. Jay Russ said, no arguments. I love the it's an awesome aircraft, including the PMDG. Okay, so George, he loves Boeing also. Awesome. Jay Russ, what's your favorite Airbus? Once again, hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. Make sure you guys smash the like button as we're headed over to the beautiful another part of Argentina. He said she did better than me. I can't fly the 767 or 777. Got you. Jay Russ said the Phoenix Airbus A320 is his favorite. Sheesh. Yeah, I think Yeah, I think George did say he liked the Airbus A320 though. He doesn't have a problem with that aircraft. Not bad, not bad. It's a good plane. Really good plane. All right, so let's go ahead and watch over the last portion of my fiance landing that plane. Let me know what you guys think. This is last night, her landing, first ever landing in Tegucigalpa. You guys gave her this airport because she's from here. Her family's from here. Very, very hard airport to land at. But let me know what you guys think about this landing. She landed in 767 in Tegucigalpa. If she didn't move left and right like that, oh man, it would have been perfect. And obviously this is a hard runway because all those trees and the mountains she almost hit. But yeah, I think she did a good job. So I went bowling today. Was Mr. Consistent today. Got a score of 86 both times. Let's go. Ooh. Hey man, shout out to Mary. Awesome landing. That's awesome. 86 both times. That is pretty cool. Nice landing, nice landing, nice landing. Shout out to Mary once again. But yeah, that's pretty cool. We said you have a few minutes to be on the podcast. You're gonna be singing for us today, Chloe? Shout out to you, Brian. Brian, where's Rio at? Yeah, that was Caribbean Airlines, indeed, Brianna. Indeed. That was indeed Caribbean Airlines. Angel said that was butter. Question, Angel, have you been on this channel before? Your name sounds familiar, man. Or are you new? Thank you so much for joining. Crazy thing was either I got a strike for a gutter ball or no. Wow. That's crazy, man. I've been bowling a few times. Last time I went was months ago. Mary really wants to go, so I'm definitely going to take Mary sometime. Oh, Angel, you're from TikTok. I remember. There we go. There we go. Thank you so much for hopping over. And also, thank you so much for mentioning TikTok, bro. I totally forgot about TikTok. Let me go ahead and start up TikTok real quick. Hold up. Let's go ahead and go live on TikTok also. I'm having so much fun with the YouTube family. I'm like, I totally forgot about it. All right, here we go. Said I need Rio to moderate the Q&A. I need my partner in crime. Oh boy. Said turn up Tuesdays. Indeed. Turn up Tuesdays. Welcome to the stream, guys. We got another angel just joined on TikTok. Wow, we got a lot of angels. What's going on, man? Good to see you, bro. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for hopping on, everyone on TikTok and on YouTube. So yeah, I can go back there, but I can switch to any camera views. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, got you, Levi. But if you're just hopping on, guys, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are having a fantastic evening as you're just on the way over to the beautiful Argentina. So welcome to the newcomers. We're all family indeed. Shout out to you, George. If you guys missed yesterday's stream, you missed something, man. We're flying the brand new PMDG 777, and George was on telling us how to fly it and whatnot. It was awesome. So my mind isn't overloaded with all these angels. Let me tell you, man. Oh man, we have had some bad history with that name Angel. So shout out to you, to the new angel. We're glad that you're not one of those crazy angels that we've encountered in the past. The angels turned out to be devils, but you are also awesome. Also, we have another angel here on TikTok. I can't keep count, man. So I don't know if it's the same angel that is bombarding us. But hey, man, welcome. So maybe I can land tomorrow since I'll be at your house. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness, let's start a fiance landing challenge until she perfects it and gets a 4 out of 5 or maybe a 5 out of 5. I think she can do it. Honestly, all jokes aside, she did really good yesterday. She found the airport. I remember my first landing. I didn't even stay on the runway. She stayed on the runway, made it to the runway. So I was proud last night. Very proud. Callium, welcome back. He said, I watched you ages ago. Good to see you. Hey, good to see you too, man. Yeah, man. Welcome. I think somehow I remember your name because your name is unique. But welcome to the stream, man. Oh, you're the same angel on TikTok? No, I'm seeing there's another angel right now on TikTok. So is your name on TikTok Airbus A319 Angel? So you're texting on both TikTok and on YouTube? Let us know. Looking for a flight tonight? You can find Airbus tonight. George, wow. George, I would say a nice flight, probably from like Philadelphia over to Boston. a nice short flight. That's not too long, like 45 minutes. But talking about flights, let's talk about plane first, guys. What plane should we use tomorrow? We've been going crazy on the planes. Yesterday was the PMDG 777. Tonight's the PMDG 737. What plane should we use? I'm going to start a poll. Let's start voting on the airplanes. What plane do you think you guys should use? I know Brian is going to say the Embraer. I bet. Watch. Oh, man. Callium said he's flying from London to Dubai. My goodness. Callium. Sheesh, that's a long flight. So that's a pretty cool Vatsim work on the 2004 version. I knew Brian was going to say the Embraer. Angel said, I'm on an iPad for YouTube and my TikTok has. Oh, okay. So Angel, you're watching them both, man. Shout out to you, bro. That's real support, man. Much love. I know Brian like the back of my hand, man. George, please. Not the ATR. Not the ATR. First of all, rest in peace to everyone that died on that ATR a few days ago. That ATR plane is terrible, man. I hate flying it in the game, and in real life it's crazy, man. George said, please. Oh my goodness, guys. So we put the ATR on the list. You put a crying emoji. Oh man, if you guys vote for the ATR tomorrow, I have no idea. Oh man. Indeed, June. Indeed. It's awesome to fly. What's up, 787? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Oh, nice. Good to see you. Is that Nick? Captain Nick said wrong livery. Much love. Be awesome, Captain Nick, in the chat, man. If you want to hop on the podcast, if you have time, let us know, man. Yeah, man. Tonight we're flying the Amazon Prime Air, not Southwest, but for sure Southwest next time. Well, what's going on, Nick? Welcome to the stream, man. If you have time, let me know. All right, let's go ATR. We need 2 more suggestions for tomorrow's flight, guys. Tomorrow airplane. So far, we have Embraer, ATR, just because of George. We have, let me see, Airbus A330. And we need 1 more. Chloe said, I'm ready. Chloe, are you ready to sing? Let us know. And Tony said Airbus A319. You know what? All right, so let me see. Nick said he's available. Oh, awesome. So what we're going to do, Captain Nick, Chloe says she wants to sing tonight. So we're going to have Chloe sing for about a minute or so, and then we're going to give you a call right after. So let's start this party, get this party started. Let's go ahead and put up the poll for tomorrow's flight. A very interesting list of airplanes, I should say. Very interesting. I got the Airbus A319. I don't know how the ATR made it into the list, but because my cousin George, I had to do it. Embraer, Airbus A330. So let's see. What plane are we flying tomorrow? Embraer's in the lead. Let's go. All right, so let's go to give Chloe a call. Chloe's going to sing for us tonight. Let's see. Angel, please don't say that. See, everyone vote for the ATR. Chill. I would cry, man. Let's see. Let's get Chloe on the line real quick. If you're just hopping onto the stream, welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Hobie said not the ATR. Yep. Guys, why are you guys voting for the ATR? Please. Captain Hobie, good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Chloe, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right. So, guys, to kick off the live, we have the awesome Chloe. She's going to be singing a song for us. After this, we'll be having the awesome Nick in the chat. He's an awesome pilot for Southwest. We'll be on in just a few moments here after we hear and witness the awesome voice of Chloe. And thank goodness that the Embraer is in the lead. Praise the Lord. ATR, please don't win. All right, here we go. Chloe, how you doing?
Going on with the boat.
How you doing, Chloe?
I'm just looking for the song, so give me one
okay.
second.
No problem. But yeah, let me know when you get the song. But once again, guys, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And Tony said, Chloe.
I'm using my PlayStation, that's why.
Oh, it's on your PlayStation. Gotcha.
I have my YouTube and my PlayStation.
No problem. All right, so let me know. It's right now we headed over to the beautiful Argentina. We just took off for probably about 21. Oh, it's been 21 minutes since we started. That seems long.
Damn.
Hasn't. Okay, cool. How long is this flight? This flight is about an hour. Should be less. Still here, bro. Just watching the chat. Got you. George is still in the chat, campaigning for the ATR. George. Oh boy. Willie said, "Let's go."
Discord.
Huh? Sorry.
George add me on
Oh,
Discord.
nice. Awesome. Awesome. Nice, man. But right now, the ATR and the Embraer is tied. I don't know how, because that plane. If we do a flight tomorrow, guys, with our ATR, if it's an hour flight, it's going to take us 2 hours and 15 minutes. But if you guys want to see it, oh man, George, look at what you started, man.
Oh my god, why we have so much ads?
Yeah.
Whatever.
So what song will you be singing for us tonight, Chloe?
I will be singing "Can Feel the Night" by Beyonce and I don't know the others.
Beyonce,
The ones
nice.
that Rio suggested.
Awesome. Captain Nick, shout out to you, man. If you could choose which plane you'd fly tomorrow, I know your number one pick would be the 737 Southwest, but that's not an option tonight. But if you were to choose a plane from the option we have here, which one would you pick, Captain Nick? We have Embraer, the ATR, the Airbus A330, and the Airbus A319. And everybody in the chat, let us know what you guys picked. I don't know how the ATR is in first place once again, but hey, what's up, Colin? Welcome to the stream, bro.
Are you ready, Kurt?
Oh, perfect. Yes, I'm ready. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the awesome Chloe about to give us an awesome rendition of a song by Beyonce. Here we go.
Okay. You see what's happening? I got what? You don't have a clue. Who's they? No. Here's the bottom line. But she was going to do. I'm gonna skip to this part.
Okay, no problem.
And with all this romantic atmosphere,
Disaster dreaming. Okay, here goes nothing. Tonight, the pieces, the world, so many things to tell her, but now it's a flame you'll see. The truth about us is fun. She took away from me. She knows that I was hiding. When the words that I can feel inside. I wanna be the king I know he is. The king I see is not. Well, can feel the tonight. The peace that the world's alive and trying. No. No. Tonight. Maybe you'll see the through. And you things. What is left? And if they fall in love tonight, then we'll be alone. Hold on.
Let's go, guys. Give it up for the awesome Chloe. Let's go. That was amazing job, Chloe. You have an amazing voice. Willie is in the chat. He's getting married next month. I'm pretty sure he'd love to have you at his wedding. Singing that was absolutely amazing, man. Thank you so much for joining the stream, and I really appreciate you. You have a talent, natural born, amazing voice. Good job.
I will
Give it
be
up
on
again.
the stream tomorrow.
Awesome. Give it up once again, guys, for the amazing Chloe. Let's go. Awesome. So Chloe says she's going to be on tomorrow again. Awesome. Thank you so much, Chloe. Have a wonderful evening. Awesome. And up, guys, the main event coming up next. We got the awesome pilot Nick for Southwest coming on the stream. Get your questions ready. If you guys have any questions about flying, how to become a pilot, his life as an awesome Southwest pilot, let us know. As right now, we're going to give Captain Nick a call. Once again, thank you so much for joining. And shout out to Chloe once again for the awesome rendition of that Beyonce song. Much, much love to you. You said Rock Out no screen recorded. Yeah, I hope Rock Out, did you screen record it? Let us know. Yes, sir. Yesterday we had the awesome pilot George on the stream. Now we have the awesome pilot Captain Nick. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello.
What's up, man?
We got the awesome pilot Nick in the chat. What's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Awesome, awesome. It's always good to have you on, man. How you been? It's been about 2 or 3 weeks since the last time we have you on, man. What's new? How you doing, man? How's your schedule looking? Is it busy? Let us know, man. Good to see you.
Man, I am doing better than I deserve. How are you doing?
Awesome. I'm doing pretty good too, man. Right now, yeah, as we're just, everybody's in the chat now going crazy over the awesome singing by Chloe just now. Shout out to everyone. Mary, my fiance, Mary, my fiance, said that's it. Fantastic. That is awesome. That is awesome. Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, everybody's saying Captain Nick, hello, how you doing? Yeah, man, Captain Nick. So tell us about your last couple of days of flying, man. How has it been? What have you heard about the ATR crash? And do you have any speculation? No, you don't want to speculate, but everyone is saying it's icing and it stalled out. If you have any speculation of what happened, or do you have any information on it?
So, I mean, first of all, man, condolences on your grandfather. I mean, I know you and I talked the other day, but seriously, condolences, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Second of all, Chloe, great job. You guys do not want to hear me sing, so I will stay out of that arena. So the ATR thing, man, I mean, it very clearly is a spin that turned into a flat spin, and a spin can only happen when you have a stall, but one of the wings is more stalled than the other one. So that's literally all a spin is it's a stall, but one wing is more stalled than the other one. And so whether or not there's contributing factors obviously is a different story. So like we've seen it before, right? Yeah. Like we saw that the Colgan air crash where they got icing, and then it was just a litany of things with flaps and power settings, and people are pulling the power back, and we're like, why are you doing this? And they're lifting flaps when they shouldn't be. So like, you don't know what happened after that, but like the thing is that I was trying to describe to people is, unfortunately, other countries do not train like America does. I mean, it's not that's not me slamming on anyone.
That's true.
That is a cold, hard fact. Now, I'm not saying that there's not other countries that train, kind of up to our standards. Australia, England, France, those are some good ones where they train incredible. But there are certain countries where the lowest common denominator is take off and immediately engage the autopilot. And then we're not going to take the autopilot off either A, ever, or B, until we are like at 50 feet. So all you have to do is just pull back a little bit. Okay. And so they're not really trained on how to handle an emergency scenario like that.
It's true.
And it's one of the reasons why when I was an instructor, and this is something that, Hobie and a couple of the other guys, I would highly recommend. I know it's not in the syllabus anymore. It should be. But take your students out, man. Have them do spins. Because it's one thing, right, to be like, hey, memorize this thing and now repeat it back to me. It's another thing to be in the moment. And I equate it to, I could teach you how to drive on ice or snow, but the second you get, and you can just repeat it back to me, but the second you start to slide on ice or snow in real life and you're going towards a guardrail, dude, you lock up. You've never done it before. You just recite it back to me. So doing spins in real life, it's a different feel. It's a feeling that you've never felt before. Like it's like you're losing control behind you somehow. The center of gravity is so weird that you've never felt anything like that. Everything in the airplane is going forward, and normally this is not doing that. So until you've done it a couple times, it's not a great idea to not do it. And I know that, like I said, they took it out of the syllabus, but I'd highly recommend man, take your students up, have them do a couple to the left, have them do a couple to the right. They're very controllable and manageable if you've done it before. But the human factor in it is, if you've never done it, good luck.
Wow. That is, and we also have some more comments here from the pilots in the chat. George says spin is an uncoordinated stall. Obi said spin avoidance and twin is upfront importance. So yeah, they definitely agree with you and stuff like that. For someone that don't understand aviation at all, because Mary was asking me what happened. For instance, like a stall. How would you explain a stall to someone who have no idea what about aviation?
The easiest way to describe a stall is air stopped going over the wings. So the way we fly is air going over the wings, creating a suction effect, like a vacuum, if you will, like a vacuum cleaner. And so it's just the easiest way to kind of visualize it, though, is like, imagine you're in a boat and you are going down the water, and then all of a sudden you just pull the throttle back. Like you're not going to keep going forever. At some point you're going to slow down, and then when you come to that stop, you know how it kind of like dips into the water pretty hard?
Yeah.
That's kind of what's happening to your plane. But the thing is, we have to continue forward momentum, otherwise we don't fly anymore. And so where ice gets really dangerous is, if you can imagine wind coming at your wing, it hits the wing and it separates. And it goes above the wing and it goes below the wing. And the one that goes above the wing creates the lift. The one that goes below the wing pushes up on the wing, and then when they collide at the back again, it pushes down, which Newton's law says for every action there's an equal and opposite. So as it pushes down, it pushes your plane back up.
Okay.
Well, if you have ice on the front of that wing, it's not smooth anymore. So that those wind molecules, when it hits that ice and it separates, it has a harder time connecting back with that wing because you pushed it straight up instead of up and over.
Yeah.
And so that's where, if this is an ice event, which it very well could be, I don't, I wasn't there. I don't know the meteorological conditions, and I've not done enough digging yet.
Yeah.
But like, if it is an ice event, ice can get very dangerous, especially if you've forgotten to turn on the anti-ice, or like, the Embraer was really cool because it did it on its own.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and like, I mean, like literally, like we never touched the ice. I mean, we could if we wanted to. We could override it. But literally get on that 175 or the 195, and it just does it on its own. It has sensors. But like the 7.3, you have to do it manually. And like, hypothetically, if you just forget to do it, like, we're going to start picking up ice pretty quick, and like, ice can be not fun. And then if you let it go for too long, it's building out and out and out and out. So like, let's say you've got 5-6 inches of ice on there. Well, even when you turn on the anti-ice, you may be getting the initial stuff right up against the wing, but now you've got all this stuff outside of that, and you might not be able to get that. So like, and I don't know the ATR systems, but like when I used to fly turboprops, my turboprops were boot systems. They weren't even heated wings. So it's like this thing that you send air from the engine, and you send it into the front, the leading edge of the wings, and they like pop. They like pop open. And then they go back down, and then they pop open again. Well, the problem with the boot is, because it's not heated, if you pop it, it may create that little bubble effect, and now you just have ice growing in front of the boot. The boot can't reach it. Yeah. So now you are just perpetually picking up more ice, and ice is crazy heavy. And so I remember coming into not Philadelphia, Antonio. I remember coming into Pittsburgh one night in my little. I was flying a twin engine, and I was flying medevac, and I had full power on the descent, and I was losing altitude. Like quick. Like I was full power because I had picked up so much ice. It was severe ice. I couldn't get out of it. And so I had full power, the props full forward, and I still couldn't. I was like getting below the glide slope. And so, yeah, ice is wildly dangerous in many, many ways. And it changes your center of gravity. It changes your weight. Like, there's so many problems that are created.
Wow. That is crazy. Wouldn't it be a good idea to have like anti-ice automatic feature on every single plane? Like you said, the Embraer 175 had it and whatnot. So wouldn't it be a good idea to have it in 737 and this 777 and all the different airplanes just to be safe? Or why do they have it manually? Like, you have to manually do it because human error is possible in anything. So
Sure,
a human
absolutely.
could easily forget or just not to turn it on. So
Sure. And
yeah,
it's the same reason why your car doesn't have autopilot though. Like that's
yeah.
out there. Why does all of our cars not have it? It's expensive, right? And you're
Mhm.
trying to retrofit a plane that was developed maybe in the 60s. So like 7.3, I mean, that's God's been around since the 60s.
Mhm.
So every new system you put on it, you have to find a place for it. And we just, we just do it. Like,
Yeah,
we have all these little rules of thumb. We're constantly checking it.
yeah.
And I can't tell you of any time a Southwest pilot specifically has ever messed that up.
Nice.
But I mean, obviously, like you said, there's human factor, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And
Because
so we're very conservative. Like we turn ours on at 10 degrees Celsius, which is like 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
oh wow,
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
turn on ours on, and then we don't turn it off again until negative 40 degrees. So it's very, but so we're very conservative. And then no matter what the temperature is on the descent, we have ours on always if we're going to go through a cloud, period.
gotcha.
So even if it's negative 60 degrees Celsius, that ice is coming back on, or the anti-ice is coming back on. So yeah, no, you're right though. Like, would it be safe? Yeah, absolutely. But once again, it's the same reason why we can't just mandate every single car on the road goes to autopilot system. If you mandated every single plane have an anti-ice system that's automatic, oh my gosh, man, it would be like
Awesome.
many billions of dollars per company.
That is true. Casper said, sounds like human error because don't they have human flight simulation test in Brazil? I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that they don't know how to fly a plane physically. I'm saying that we train in America and other countries. We train for every event you could imagine. I mean, I'm talking events that we're like, why are we training for this? Because why not? Like, if you ever run into it, the thing is, you've seen it before. So it's not that you're perfect at it. It's not that you have it memorized, but it's also not such a wow factor. The startle factor is what's killing people, right? So like, if you've never, I mean, driving on ice is a good one. If you've never hydroplaned or driven on ice, like I grew up driving on ice. So when my back end comes out, I'm just like, man, like it's just like, I just get it. I feel it. It happens. It's okay. But for a lot of people, when that back end comes out, they do the wrong thing. They slam on the brakes. That's the worst thing you can do, but it's human nature. It's what you do.
Yep.
So if you've never been so accustomed to driving on ice, that is your first instinct, is slam on the brakes. I'm not going where I want to go.
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
In a spin, if your first instinct is not to keep a coordinated, so like, that little ball, like in your 7.3, you're going to have on the PFD, you're going to have like a triangle.
Yep.
And on the bottom of that little triangle, if you kind of swing your rudder out, you'll see that bottom thing move. If you can't keep that coordinated, like in America, the second we are about to stall, because we practice them, our eyes kind of go there, and we ensure that we keep a coordinated stall. Nice. Well, if you're not used to that, it is very easy, especially in a propeller-driven aircraft, to spin a plane. It's just something like I used to have students in the 172 do it all the time. I'm like, oh, here we go. This is the spin. And you'd see them just like lock up. And that's why I would teach them how to get out of a spin. But if now the syllabus says all you have to do is talk about a spin. So what is a spin? How do you get out of a spin? Cool, you're done. I mean, that's not great in my opinion. Like, I could teach all of you right now, however many of you are listening, and you can repeat it back to me. That's all that's required anymore. That's terrible. That's if you have a real spin in real life, you've never felt like a simulator cannot give you this feeling. It's a very, very wild feel. It's like your back is dropping.
Wow.
And I don't know how to describe it. That kick, when you're sitting, we've all done it. You're in class and you're leaning back in a chair.
Yeah. And
we all try to find that little point of the fulcrum where it's going to hold itself up.
Yep.
And then you tip backwards and you feel that feeling of, oh my gosh, that's what a spin feels like.
Wow.
It's a very, you're like your soul's dropping out.
That is
a very
insane.
weird feeling.
That is crazy. Let me see. Closed on TikTok said spin coverage is very insane indeed. We see Antonio said, Nick, I read that there was an advisory issued for the icy conditions between the 12 to 21,000 feet during the flight. There are any procedures that change for the plane if that happens? Are there any procedures that change if that happens? Basically, he's asking.
So, I mean, anytime we get an advisory, whether it's an AirMet, a SIGMET, it just makes you more aware, right? It just makes you more focused, and you should try to avoid those. So, like, I was going into Portland not long ago, and there was an ice advisory from whatever, 18 to 25. Well, they wanted to send me, but they wanted to put me right at like 23. And I was like, hey, can we just stay up? Like, you have to be a little more proactive and say, hey, I want to stay up here, and then I'm going to dive bomb through this area. I'm not going to let you keep me in this area. And like air traffic control, this is one thing a lot of pilots miss. Air traffic control is there to help the pilots. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people give up their power. And I'm not saying it's a power struggle, but a lot of people give up their power. And when air traffic control tells them, hey, descend, maintain flight level 230, they just listen. They just become little robots and they go, okay, 230. If you know that there's an ice advisory in that area, why are you flying in that area? They spun it at 17,000 feet.
Exactly.
So he just said there's a ice advisory from 12 to 21. Mm-hmm. That means you're in it. Like, why are you in it?
Exactly. Yeah.
And you might be in for a minute. That's okay.
Yeah.
But why are you? They were level at 17 their whole flight.
That's
so
true.
If you are flying through an ice advisory for an hour at 17,000 feet, that's not where I want to be.
That is not good. That's true. Right. Great input. That's a great insight there. Thank you so much for that question, Antonio. That was great. Thank you so much for the answer, Captain Nick. Hobie said I have a student taking his multi-engine check ride right now. Looks like he's going to crush it. Awesome.
Oh, great job.
Hobie said in the twin I fly, it has a weeping wing where it leaks fluid out of the wing, but I don't trust it for a continuous flight in icing conditions.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't either. So what he's talking about is there's laser drilled holes in the front of the wing. They're so small you can't see them really.
Wow.
And we fill it up with, it's essentially propylene glycol. It's just an anti-icing agent.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between anti-ice, right? And I'm losing my words here. Hold on. Hobie, help me out. De-ice and anti-ice. There we go. So there's a difference between de-ice and anti-ice. So a weeping wing is generally considered an anti-ice. So you have to get to it beforehand. It will not fix a problem. It will help a problem before it's a problem, right? So you put the stuff out there. It's kind of like putting Rain-X on your car.
Oh, yeah.
If it's not raining, it's not doing anything. But what you're doing is you're getting it ready for it, right? You're applying it beforehand so that when it does rain, you're already ahead of it. So that weeping wing is great for, like my Cirrus used to have it. So I'd fly around and I was like, I'd look in a cloud and I'd be like, man, I'm going to ice that up. So I can turn this weeping wing on, let it coat the outside of the wing so it comes out of a tank, like a little 3-gallon tank or whatever. And it just puts a little bit of fluid out there that keeps ice from sticking to the plane. So you are getting ahead of it. And then there's, like my plane has de-icing capabilities. So it's anti and de. So like anti-icing and de-icing. So if I pick up ice, matter of fact, on the 7.3, we purposely allow ice to form.
Wow.
So that we can knock it off.
Oh, okay.
We're not trying to get ahead of it. We're purposely allowing ice to pick up on the plane, and then we bust it.
What?
Yeah, so we don't, like, on the 7.3, we don't keep the anti-ice on the whole flight. It's too hot, it's too much for the engines, it's too much for the wing. And you got to remember, in those wings, they're fuel tanks, dude. So, like, we're not wanting to put a ton of heat on the front of the wing the entire flight.
Exactly.
So we allow ice to build, and then we bust it.
Wow.
And then we turn our systems off again, and we allow ice to form again, and then we bust it again. But it is capable of keeping the ice on. Matter of fact, our tail's not even, we don't have heated tail at all. Like,
wow.
I've walked out and done a walk around on that plane, and I've seen a tail with like 9 inches of ice. They've put that thing through an insurmountable amount of ice, and it's okay. It just keeps doing what it needs to do.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is indeed very crazy. Wow, that's good to know. I did not know you guys waited until they actually accumulate ice and then just knock it off. Wow.
Yeah, it's the safest way because, like I said, if you put ice on the front, if you get into severe icing, if you
Yeah.
put when I say turn ice on, you know what I mean? It's anti-ice.
Mhm.
So we turn the ice on. If you do it beforehand and you get into like, let's say freezing rain or, uh, clear ice or whatever, it may actually just kind of accumulate with space. So now you're not actually able to break it off. It's better to let it accumulate and form on the front. And I'm not saying we're forming like hundreds of pounds of ice and then we're fixing it. I'm saying we're forming a thin layer. We're allowing that to form and adhere to the wing, and then we bust it up. So it's not some dangerous, crazy amount. I'm not
Okay,
saying like
gotcha.
we go flying around and like we're about to crash or anything. That's not happening. It's just a very like, when you get out to your car and there's that little like
Yeah.
wispy layer of ice and you can see, well, you're down in Miami, you know what I'm talking
Exactly.
about. But yeah, there's that little wispy, like you can still see through it. We allow something like that to form. It's not much.
Gotcha.
It's just enough that we know it's adhering, and then we bust that up.
Okay. That is interesting. That's good to know. Good to know. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna be landing in just a few minutes, guys. We have the awesome Captain Nick on the channel right now. Much love. Appreciate you guys so much for hopping on. Yeah, we're gonna be doing flight suggestions for tomorrow. Captain Nick, what was the last flight you've done actually? Last flight you've done? Let us know. Or what's the most exciting in the last couple of days? What was the most exciting?
Man, so my whole month is crazy. It's like
Really?
leave Denver, go to the East Coast, and then like I'm back and forth from like Denver to Charleston overnight,
Wow.
and then back to Denver, and then Hartford, Connecticut overnight, and then back to Denver, and I'm done.
Wow.
So like I'm just doing a bunch of like long legs, but I'm only doing like 2 legs a day.
Oh, okay.
So
got you.
it's like somewhere to Denver, and then, so like East Coast to Denver and back to the East Coast for an overnight.
Nice.
So
nice.
it's like 2, 3, or 4 hour flights. So 2 4-hour flights.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's pretty long. It's pretty long. Somebody asked, how far along do you know your schedule? That's a good question because I always want to know like how pilots know if they're gonna have Christmas off, Thanksgiving off. Like, how do you know when you're gonna have like days off? Do you have all the way to December? Or?
So I have my schedule for next month already.
Mm-hmm.
I got that on the 10th of this month. Now every airline's different though. Like, so our union fights for that in the contract. So when I worked for Republic, I didn't know my schedule until like the 24th. I didn't know my schedule for the next month until like the 24th, and that doesn't give you a lot of time to plan anything. Southwest Union is very strong. I know my schedule on the 10th of every month for the next month.
Okay.
And then I could mess with it, right? So like I could change my entire schedule right now.
Oh, wow.
But that's why that's one of the biggest reasons I picked Southwest was our flexibility with changing our schedule is unparalleled. And so
Nice.
I could mess with my entire schedule, but I got a really good one for this month and next month. So I'm probably just going to keep them right where they are.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do this month and next month.
A month ahead.
We bid.
Wow.
Yeah, a month ahead. So like, we bid at the very beginning, at the 4th through the 9th we bid. And then the 9th at noon it closes. And then the 10th in the morning when we wake up, we've got our schedule for the next month.
Wow. That is pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Wooly Axom, do you guys have PTO, paid time off?
Oh yeah. And that's another reason why I picked Southwest. We build more PTO than anyone else.
Wow.
So we do a 10th. So for every hour we fly, we build a 10th of a PTO.
Wow.
And so it's crazy because like this month I'm going to do 115. So I'm going to build 15 PTO right there.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And then we do our vacation is cool because anything our vacation touches, so I can purposely build I have vacation in November. So I will build my I'll build my November schedule to touch my vacation. And so for every week of vacation that I take, I can make it touch 2 trips, and then I get 3 weeks off.
Wow. That is awesome. That is
and our top captains get 5 weeks of vacation, so that's at least 15 weeks off right there.
5 weeks.
Yeah, but the 5 weeks, they'll make that touch two trips. And so it's 3 weeks per 1 week. So it's 15 weeks off of vacation they're going to get every single month, or every single year, I mean.
That is crazy. That's pretty awesome.
It's 4 months off right there.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty awesome. Pretty good. Since we're voting right now, looks like the ATR is in the lead for tomorrow's flight. I definitely hate that plane. But have you ever flown an ATR before, Captain Nick?
No, I've not. I flew something that was very similar to it, but definitely not an ATR.
Oh, what about on it, like as a passenger? Like if you flew it, nah. But what about as a passenger?
No, I've flown on the queue many times, and that's essentially the same thing.
Oh, okay.
But I see that's the thing. Like I like the queue a lot. Like I think that's one of the coolest planes. Really? It's crazy that the ATR is just so hated.
Yeah, man. I heard a story that there's only one airline in the USA that flies the ATR. That's true. Is it? What airline is that? Oh yeah, if you remember.
Yeah, I have no clue. I've seen Silver flies them. I think.
Yeah, Silver Wings. Yeah. I heard.
I've seen those down like Key West and Miami and stuff. I see those every once in a while.
Is that the pink one? Correct. Is that the pink livery? Yeah.
Or in pink.
Yeah. There we go. I probably will use that airplane for tomorrow. Yeah, beautiful views indeed as we're about touchdown in the 737 here in Argentina. Beautiful scenery, by the way. Never flew here before. First time ever coming in with the 737. Very short runway, but very beautiful scenery, I should say. Here we go. Bring this plane down. And we are down. 5 out of 5 landing. Oh my goodness. Let's go. That deserves a round of applause. Nice. Awesome. Beautiful touchdown. Maybe because Captain Nick was on the phone. Nice. All right, guys. We're going to do one more short flight. Captain Nick, where would you like us to fly? We're going to do one short flight because we still have time to do a vote for tomorrow's flight. But if you have any short, maybe a 10-minute flight, 15 minutes, let us know if you guys want to join.
Okay. How far is Philly to Louisville?
Philly to Louisville. Sounds like a nice flight.
Sounds like an Antonio Nate flight.
I'll check it out and see. In the meantime, guys, feel free to let me know what plane. I mean, obviously, we're going to use the ATR tomorrow, sadly. That does not deserve a round of applause for that one, but we'll be using the ATR tomorrow, guys. And also, let me know what flight do you have in mind for tomorrow. So let's go ahead and check out Philadelphia to the beautiful Louisville. Louisville is the airport code for Louisville is what again?
SDF.
SDF. All right. Let's see.
That might be a little bit long.
Yeah, I think so. Probably like 30 minutes or so. Let me put.
You can do like Philly DCA.
Oh, perfect. We can definitely do that. Yeah, that's perfect. It's a beautiful short flight. Yeah, the other one was an hour and change. Right. Yeah, that's about 29 minutes. Yeah, we can do that flight. We can perfectly do it. All right, guys, if you guys want to hop on for this last flight, it's going to be from Philadelphia over to DCA. Right now, we're going to be voting for the beautiful, the next flight for tomorrow. Mary said, love my flight indeed. That was probably one of my favorite flights this month. Beautiful, beautiful scenery coming into Argentina. And probably one of my best landings this month also. So it's pretty awesome. Destiny, good to see you. Vidan, welcome to the stream. We got Santiago. Good to see you, man. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know. Also, we do still have the awesome pilot, Captain Nick, in the chat, man. Let us know if you guys have any questions for him. He's an awesome pilot for Southwest. He shed some light on the situation that happened a few days ago with the ATR that crashed in Brazil. A lot of people, not a lot of people were saying, there's actually facts that there were some some doctors on the board going to a cancer seminar.
Cancer doctors.
Yeah. So a lot of people are now saying that it was planned or this is conspiracy theory and whatnot, but I don't know what to believe. It's
yeah, and those are always tough, man, because I'm the first person to. I mean, a conspiracy theory is only conspiracy theory because you're like, oh my gosh, this could make sense, right? Like when you look at certain things, and I'm not trying to give credence to anything, but like if there's enough evidence pointing one way, then it starts to look like something, and unfortunately everything gets covered up or whatever. So like I'm not trying to give credence to anything, but it was crazy. Like when I heard that there were supposed to be like 10 cancer doctors there.
It's crazy.
That's the same thing in Nashville. There was some of the top vein doctors, intravenous doctors, and they crashed a private jet at an airport that I worked at, and it was like the entire firm was gone literally in within minutes. And so it was pretty crazy to watch stuff like that. And then it was like this, speculations of like, did they do it on purpose? Were they paid off? It starts to float around pretty quick.
Yeah, that is insane, man. I saw that all over TikTok today. I'm like, wow, did not know that. That was very interesting to see. Let me see. So we have. Oh, Mark said, "How does a plane just fall out of the sky?" So
yeah, I mean, it was a stall that led to a spin. So it's a very aggravated stall. So I mean, it didn't just like fall. I know it looks like that when you're watching it from that
video
camera angle, because it becomes a flat spin. And so it does look like you're like, how in the heck did a plane just magically go straight down? If you ever watch a video, like look up like Patty Wagstaff or any of like the other stunt pilots, they will show you a flat spin. And I used to teach my students this all the time. And literally, like, your airspeed is 0.
Yep.
Like, your airspeed is 0, which is weird. Like when you look down at your airspeed indicator and it is absolutely stuck at 0, but you're falling at thousands of feet a minute straight down, and you just get into a flat spin. It's the same thing that killed Goose in Top Gun. That's a flat spin.
Wow. So I hope you got your answer there, Mark. That was a great answer here by Captain Nick. So it looks like it just fell out, but yeah, there was some reasoning behind that. Let me get him rotate real quick. Kind of came off the runway here, but yeah. Any more suggestions for tomorrow's flight, guys? We have 2. We have Richmond to Reagan. We have Orlando to Savannah, Georgia. Let us know if you guys have any suggestions. Much love. Let me see. Mark said no lift equals no stall. Okay. Good to see you, sports. Good to see you, man.
No lift equals stall is what it should be. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No lift.
Yeah.
If you have no lift, you're gonna stall. So like essentially, when the wind or the air stops going over the wing, you're gonna stall it. So that's the reason. Like when you see like a missile, for example, versus an airplane, a missile is using pure thrust. So it doesn't really care. It doesn't need wings, right? And like if you ever go back, you can look up a story. There was an F-15 that lost a wing.
Wow.
And it flew all the way back to base. But the thing was, every time he pulled the power back, it tried to spin on him because he was missing a wing. And so he literally flew that plane with pure thrust until the last, literally full power until the last few feet, and then chopped the power and basically spun it onto the ground. And he had this netting system rigged up that they used, and it caught the plane. But yeah, I mean, like literally the F-15 flew all the way back home without a wing because it was just using pure thrust. Well, the ATR doesn't have that. And so when you have air going over the wing and then air stops going over the wing, like literally you've just taken away. It's like a car doesn't go without an engine, right?
Yep, that's true. That makes sense. Got you. Amazing explanation here by Captain Nick once again. We have Richmond to Reagan. We took out that one. Thank you so much, Brian, for catching that. Orlando to Savannah. It's a 20 to 30 minute flight. We have Nice to Ibiza. We got Sri Lanka to Maldives. Interesting. We're looking for one more suggestion, guys. If anybody have any more sports highlights, I see. Feel free to put the actual name, not just the airport codes, so everybody can see. We got St. Louis to Chicago. Orlando to Punta Cana is a little bit too long for our flight suggestions. We look for about an hour flight. That's a pretty long flight. How much longer are we going to be on? Just till this flight ends. You're going to be about 15 minutes. We're good to see you. All right, so we have our flight suggestions. Oh, yeah, we are flying the ATR. So the flight might be a little bit longer with the ATR. But let me see if we have any more. You know what? Yeah, I'll just make some adjustments if the ATR says it's about a 3-hour flight or so. But let's keep on. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I think we have a question here. So you're flying the E-175 this flight, the plane you once flew, Captain Nick. That's what Antonio just said.
That's a good plane, man.
Yeah, the E-175 is a beautiful plane, man. Brian loves it also. It's a beautiful plane for sure.
Nice to Ibiza? I like that one. I'm going to vote that one. Nice to Ibiza.
Yeah, that's Brian's favorite flight right there. Nice to Ibiza. Let me see. So what is the name
I was
of the
looking
game?
at one of them. Someone asked if you could fly with glasses. I have glasses. So yeah, as long as you are correctable to 20/20 and you don't have like color blindness and some other odd I'm not a doctor, but like as long as there's not something crazy going on, you can have astigmatisms, you can have bad vision, but you have to get it corrected to 20/20, and then so you've got to do that like every year.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you flew with glasses, Captain. I didn't know you wear glasses. Then. Okay.
Yeah, I wear
Nice.
glasses. And that's the thing is like I don't need them. Like if I'm just walking around, it's like I can see stuff, but to be correctable to 20/20, then I do have to wear them.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Can you wear contacts and fly?
Oh yeah, you can wear contacts too. I'm just too much of a baby for that. I don't like touching my eyes, man. It's weird to me. I can't even do eye drops. My wife
Oh
has to like
no.
hold me down to do eye drops on me. She's shaking her head right now. She knows it's true.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I tried putting on contacts once, and that was it. It just made my eye water. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just like close my eyes really tight, and she's like, "Open your eye." I'm like, "They are open. Go."
Oh man. Somebody said, "What is the typical cruising altitude for a Southwest flight?" I guess it depends.
I mean, we go all the way up to 41. But like it just kind of depends on what we're doing. So like if I'm doing a short flight, like if I'm doing that Philly to DCA, I'm not going up to 41,000 feet. So like the other day, and it also depends on the weather, right? So like if I've got crazy bumpy or an ice, something severe icing or moderate turbulence or whatever, then like I might ask the dispatcher to put on some extra fuel, or they like a lot of times they're just ahead of the game, and so they'll be like, hey, we put on an extra 20,000 pounds of fuel, and you're gonna fly down at 20,000 feet the whole way. I'm like, okay, game on.
Wow.
And so yeah, I mean like I would say on average we're in the mid 30s though.
Okay, like 35. 35.
Sure, 35,
Gotcha.
37.
Yeah, because my brother-in-law actually, he was on a Spirit flight from Puerto Rico to Miami the other day, and he said he had this crazy headache, and he was just. So I checked his flight radar, checked it on his flight radar, and it said it was up to 41,000 feet on an Airbus A320. So I don't know if that's normal or was it too high or.
So the Airbus has a problem getting up there, especially the 321.
Yeah.
The 320 and the 321 have a hard time getting up to 41 because it's the same engines and wing as the 319. So the 319 actually can get up there no problem. Yeah. But like the 7.3, we were just built different, and so we can get up there. Matter of fact, we could go higher. The 7.4 used to go to 40, 43, 45, something like that.
Wow.
And then like when I used to fly private jets, we were in the 50s.
What? No way.
Oh yeah. Citation 10, the Falcon 20, Falcon 10. Those are all in 50s, low 50s.
No way.
So you start to see the curvature of the Earth right there. So I'll just dispute all you flat earthers right now.
Oh, so
I've seen it.
Thank you so much for bringing it up. So Captain Nick, as you know, I have a fiance now, and I have a future father-in-law, and he is a flat earther. So he was for about 45 minutes or a few nights ago. He was showing me videos and whatnot. So the plan was, I told him I'm going to get in on the podcast and have him chit chat with you, Captain Nick. So you guys can go back and forth about is the Earth flat or not? Because his point is, he says, if the Earth is spinning right now, how in the world does a plane land while the Earth is spinning? And he kept saying that. I'm like, hey, they know how. So we have Captain Nick here now. I don't know. You can tell us how.
It's all relative. It's like watching the shuttle dock with the International Space Station, the ISS. I mean, that's doing 17,000 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. So you have to match that. And so, like, even right now, while you're walking, you're like, we're matching something, right? Like, we don't feel that rotation, but I promise you, if the Earth came to a stop, you would feel it because we'd all get thrown against a wall. Mm. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, everyone has their own thing, and that's cool, man. Like, be a flat earther, and then teach people how to read a globe, and then wonder why the globe is round. That's okay. Like, when we fly like long distances and we go where it looks like we're going up and around and back down, the magical part of that is if you roll that flat map into a circle, that long arching flight we just did becomes very straight.
It's true. Yeah, man. It was just an interesting conversation I had with him a few nights ago. I said, I can't wait to have you. He said he wanted to hop on stream and fly a plane. I told him, perfect. When you're on, I asked Captain Nick if he's free so we can talk to an actual captain, and he will explain to him how it works.
I'll tell you what, though, you're barking up the wrong tree. Your father-in-law.
Exactly. That's why I was like, I didn't argue. I just said, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep, nope, you're right. It is flat.
Exactly. Yes, sir. It's flat. It is flat. Whatever you say.
And then, like, how do ships go from one end to and like okay, if it's flat, like where's the ending to it? You know what I mean? Like, does it end on the Pacific, or does it end right in the like? Where does it start? Where does it end? I love asking that question. That
is true. Mary, my fiance just said my dad would love that. Oh boy! So it looks it looks like it's all you, Captain Nick.
Hey, Mary, I'm sorry.
It's all you, Captain Nick. I would love for you to be on when he's on, and so you can actually explain to him and listen to his views of why you think the Earth is flat. I would just love to hear a conversation because he's very passionate about it. He says there's no pictures at all So I'm looking forward to. I think he just joined. I'm not sure. But what's up? Shout out to you, Brian. I hope you have a wonderful night, man. Much love. I'll see if he can be on tomorrow. Mary, let's talk about that
Mary,
before.
I'm sick.
he said he's sick. Captain Nick said he's sick. Oh, that would be an interesting combination. Let me see. He said, "What is Captain Nick's next flight?"
Tomorrow, I fly Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh,
And I fly. So my flight tomorrow is a simple one. I fly from Denver to Hartford, Connecticut, and then I have an overnight there.
oh wow, nice. That's a lot.
I like that one, man. Hartford's a good little town. It's very like European feeling.
Okay.
Older buildings. It feels very like Salem, Massachusetts type. And then it reminds me of home. I'm from Vancouver, Washington, Portland, Oregon area. So like it's kind of on that same latitude.
Okay.
So it's that drizzly, like low overcast. I miss it. I like it a lot. And I know a lot of people go stir crazy with that, but man, that's cozy to me. I like it.
Nice. Master 11, shout out to you. Hope you have a wonderful night. Yes, sir, George, ATR 1, and we'll be flying the ATR sadly tomorrow. Might be from St. Louis to Chicago. Willie said, any new North Carolina flights in the future, Captain Nick?
Let me look. Hold on. So my schedule is tomorrow, Denver to Hartford. The next day, Hartford to Denver, Denver to St. Louis. Then the last day, St. Louis to LAX, LAX to Denver.
Wow. Going to LAX?
Next week. Oh, so like literally I have the same trip 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row. Except for on the third trip, on the last day, instead of going St. Louis to LAX, I go St. Louis, Denver, Denver, Minneapolis, Minneapolis back to Denver.
Wow.
And then next month, I've got a 4-day that hits Baltimore, Charlotte, Buffalo, Orlando, Houston. What's VPS? Is that Destin? Yeah, I think so. Houston, nice. Denver. I go to Atlanta, LaGuardia, Houston, Nashville. Hold on, I'm looking.
Gotcha.
Next week, Indy. So I have a little Indy one. Who's my guy in Indy? I've got an 18-hour
Indy
overnight.
Nice. Awesome.
Baltimore, Sarasota, Chicago Midway, Cleveland Midway, Portland, Oregon, Denver. And then on my last one, LAX, Houston, Nashville, Denver, done. So yeah, no North Carolina.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you so much for doing that, man. Appreciate you so much for answering that question and looking through your schedule. Let me see. Cool videos. Yes, sir. We didn't hear about the crash. We were talking about it a few minutes ago. Noah said, Captain Nick, how many hours do you fly for? So, I mean, yeah.
Next month, this month is a little skewed. There's a difference between what I'm flying and what I'm getting paid this month because I have something kind of weird in my schedule. But next month, I'm only doing 87, so it's like 95 hours of flying next month, something like that, which is, that's pay though. Like whether or not I actually fly all those is a different story. Cause like part of that pay is like deadheads, right? So like the other day I had a double deadhead back home.
Nice.
So I didn't fly at all, but I got paid like 7.5 hours to do it, or well, 9.5 hours to do it.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, wait, I can tell you something. Hold on.
Yeah.
I've got my logbook.
Yeah, that's
I will tell you. Let me analyze. In the last 28 days, I flew physically 62 hours.
Wow.
In the last 9 days, I flew 213 hours.
My goodness.
In the last 6 months, I flew 345 hours and 24 minutes. In the last 12 months, I flew 657 hours and 17 minutes. So I'm about 400 hours shy of what the average pilot does because I don't like to work that much.
That's awesome, man. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that you have control over your schedule and whatnot. That is pretty awesome. Shout out to Southwest, by the way. They're very flexible. That is actually awesome. They say, hey, Trip, happy Monday. Shout out to you, Alexis. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. It said, I'm flying behind you right now in a Vision Jet. Oh, nice. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for joining. Say, stop by Philly, Captain Nick. I'm sure you're sick of landing there too many times. Can't blame you. That's what Tony just said.
Oh, no, I like Philly just fine. But, I mean, yes, though. Like, I did fly in there so often when I was in the Republic. It's just weird. Like, Southwest, like, we just don't go there a lot.
Wow. Hey, Dobby in the chat for Willie Mandilli. Thank you so much for the 2 gifted, man. Much love. Also, somebody said you're flying into LAX. I heard it's very hard to fly into it because it's very busy.
It's really not though, man. I hear that all the time. People are like,
Yeah.
oh my God, LA's so busy. It's really not. LA's really easy for us.
Really?
Dude,
Wow.
Chicago hair is busy and it's hectic. Atlanta is busy, but it's not very hectic. LA, I've never had a problem. I hear it all the time though. They're like, oh my God, you're flying to LA, it's crazy. I'm like, it's a pretty easy. I mean, it's pretty easy in a small airport to get in and out of. Like, hell, we don't even have a ramp frequency. Like,
Wow.
yeah, it's a very easy, very gentle airport to go. I like going in and out of there.
Okay, that's good to know because it's so big and one of the most popular airports in America. Everybody always say, "Oh, it's so busy, probably so hard to get in." But maybe for like a Cessna,
Microsoft Flight Simulator, like crazy busy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's all parallel runways, so like there's no craziness going on. There's no, like Chicago O'Hare has they just threw darts at a board and they were like, yeah, perfect, yeah, put a runway there, and oh yeah, no, it crosses 9 runways, perfect, do it. And
oh my goodness,
I don't know how they did this. I don't know how they decided this. And matter of fact, I had a jump seater take a picture of Chicago versus Midway the other day.
Yep.
And just seeing the size comparison of Chicago O'Hare versus little Midway stuck in the middle of a subdivision is crazy. But it's like, yeah, I mean, LA, man, has always treated us well. So yeah, I don't know where that comes from, but
yeah, that's true. How hard is it for like a Cessna or smaller plane to actually fly into a big airport like that? I've seen videos on TikTok. Somebody flew into Boston.
You can do it. They're gonna hate you for it, and it's gonna be so expensive. Like,
oh my,
to land. Yeah, there's a landing fee at some of those airports. Even for us, like that's part of your ticket is like you're paying for a landing fee.
Yeah.
And so when we fly into some of those bigger airports, that landing fee may be a few $100s. So like, do you really want to take your Cessna 172 and go spend $400 landing in LAX? I mean, for the views, maybe. But,
yeah, that is tough.
I mean, they're gonna hate you for it because, like, if I'm landing at 200 miles an hour and you're landing at 40 miles an hour, like, we have a problem. I'm gonna run you over.
I always see the different comparisons between a Cessna and like a 737. I see pilots that fly into big airports and they always like in front of a big plane or behind of a big plane. I can only imagine the thought of the pilot and the 737 is looking at that small plane like, man, just get out of my way.
So yeah, when I was going into Austin not long ago, they had, I mean, it was a turboprop, but man, those turboprops, the cool thing about turboprops is they can take off and land at such low speeds. Well, it's kind of common courtesy when you know there's a jet behind you, you keep your speed up as long as you can. Well, this guy was just like just flying around, and he goes, I can't remember what their call sign was, but he was like, so and so. He's like, dude, you need to go. Like Southwest is running you over by 90 knots.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, I'm going as slow as I can. Like,
yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah, I mean, he did the turn off almost as the wheels touched down. I mean, it was pretty cool. I was about to do a go around, but they were like, he's clear.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious, man. I can imagine with Southwest, you guys are known for taxiing fast also. So seeing a Cessna or a TBM or something on the runway, just taking their time, that must be frustrating, man.
It can be for sure.
Yeah.
And we like to see them. Like, I love to see like a Pilatus take off just because those little things, man, they take off and land in like 4 feet. They're incredible. But like, yeah, every once in a while you're like, oh my gosh. And then that, like, if I'm waiting to take off behind you, we have to give distance separation too. So like, just because you took off and you're at 1,000 feet or 2,000 or whatever, you're not far enough out. I'm going to run you over still. And so it takes so long for something slow like that. When they take off in front of us, we have to wait for them to get like 10 miles out or 8 miles out before we can launch because we catch up to them so fast.
Oh, wow. That is very interesting, man. That is very crazy. Thank you so much for sharing that, man, because I hear about it all the time, see it on TikTok, and it's just crazy to see those things happening. And the fact that you've been through it is very crazy, man. Said there was a crash in Europe also. What? When did that happen, Gerald? I gotta check it out. Yeah, did not hear about that one at all. When did that happen, Gerald? Today or
was it passenger? Was it private?
Yeah, let us know, Gerald. George said the ATC is gonna hate you. Don't go there. Yeah, man.
They're gonna hear my voice and be like, "I know you. You're that guy that badmouthed O'Hare."
Trust me. But yeah, man, appreciate you so much for hopping on tonight. Shout out to everyone on TikTok. David, good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good evening. Much love. Let me see. Oh, people asking about the crash once again, and they always, every time a plane crashes, they talk about parachutes. You know, the Cirrus have parachutes, and everyone's saying, why don't they just put a parachute on an airplane? What is your thoughts on that, and why you think it's not happening, or never going to happen, or what do you think?
I mean, you can't say it's never going to happen because we never even saw like the Cirrus having their parachute, and the fact that the Cirrus can have a parachute, which I used to fly them, and
nice.
the amount of force and how intense that parachute, it's a solid state rocket that is blowing out the back part of your plane, and then it blows out a parachute, and then it expands these stringers to like catch you undershoot.
Yeah.
So it expands the parachute out, and then you come out, below that, you point straight down, and then all of a sudden it like swings you back up to almost kind of level. But it's a wild, violent maneuver.
Wow.
The cool thing is, statistically, no one who has ever pulled a chute on a Cirrus has ever died.
Wow.
So I will say that again. No one has ever died if they've pulled the chute. That's a great statistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But holy cow, how big would a parachute have to be for a 747? Like, this thing would be the size of a school.
Yeah, that's true.
And so and then what kind of, if it's a solid state rocket, for a Cirrus SR-22, I mean, holy cow, what do you have to do to shoot a parachute out of a 777? Like,
exactly.
I mean, you would hurt people. So I don't know. I don't think it's, I don't think it's going to happen, but and here's the other thing, like, the reason why it's so violent is, it's one thing. So that plane that was in that spin, it had that downward momentum. Hypothetically, if it had a chute or many chutes on top of it that were just allowed to open up naturally and catch the wind and then open naturally, maybe. But the reason that solid state rocket is there is, if it's like an ejection seat, right? Back in the day, the old ejection seats, it basically just kind of pumped you out of the plane. It didn't shoot you out. It just kind of like popped you out. Well, if you were low enough, it was going to kill you. And so that's the reason why ejection seats are so violent now. They'll break your back, they'll break vertebrae. The reason is, they built those things to be 0-0, which means 0 airspeed, 0 altitude. You can still punch out, and the chute will still open because it shoots you up high enough. But to do that, you only get 2 ejections and you're out of the military, because it compresses you by like 2 inches every time you eject. I mean, it's very dangerous. It can kill you. And so, I mean, seriously, like, I've got a 4-year-old walking down the middle of the aisle, and the chute comes out, and like, I mean, it's going to kill him. You know what I mean? And so you would have to, I have no clue how they would rig something to do this. But
that'd be very interesting.
The good news is, we don't see this problem in America. And that's, you start looking at sheer facts, I'm not trying to be rude, I'm not trying to be anything, but just look at sheer facts. We do not have these problems here in America normally. And so I don't think it's a plane problem. I think everyone blames the plane because it's the easiest thing. 99% of airplane accidents are pilot
error.
Yeah,
100%.
So I'm not trying to be rude, but like,
you're right.
This is not the common denominator. Is not the plane normally.
Yep, you're 100% right, man. Appreciate you so much. Once again, guys, shout out to the amazing pilot, Captain Nick, man. I really appreciate him for shedding some awesome insights tonight, man. And we had the first time ever, all back-to-back 5 out of 5 landings according to this system. We had tonight's awesome landings tonight. So appreciate you so much, Captain
nice.
Nick. Yes, sir. yes, sir. But yeah, man, Captain Nick, we'll see if we can organize a time when you're free, and my father-in-law maybe can hop on the call also. You can actually chit-chat with him and talk about the flat earth. So I'm headed over there right now to their house.
I'm busy this year.
Got you. So sometime maybe you're busy this week.
I'm busy this year. I don't know
about this year. That will be an interesting conversation, because he's very passionate about it. I don't know. But once again, appreciate you so much for everything, man. I really appreciate you. Shout out to everyone on TikTok, Tyler, Cade, Aviation Boy. Appreciate you guys so much for hopping on. Shout out to everyone on TikTok, on the YouTube family, Pierochi, Brian, Santiago, Antonio, Willie, everyone in the chat, man. You guys are absolutely amazing. George, much love to you. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow as we're going to be doing a flight from St. Louis to Chicago with, sadly, the ATR. All right. So, well, once again, shout out to you, Captain Nick. Thank you so much for being on, man. I'll catch you later, man. Much love, bro.
Love you, buddy.
All right. Much love, man. Thanks. All right, guys. Hope you have a wonderful night. Shout out to you, Levi Piochi. Thank you so much for hopping on once again. So keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Piochi. Much love. Have a wonderful night, guys. One love. Much love. God bless. Peace.